The Enuma Elish, the Babylonian epic of creation. Tablet number 2. This audio presentation is read and voiced by Shakim Ra. It is provided to the public by Amen-Ra University. Tiamat gathered together her creation and organized battle against the gods, her offspring. Henceforth, Tiamat plotted evil because of Apsu. It became known to Ea that she had arranged the conflict. Ea heard this matter. He lapsed into silence in his chamber and sat motionless. After he had reflected and his anger had subsided, he directed his steps to Anshar, his father. He entered the presence of the father of his begetter, Anshar, and related to him all of Tiamat's plotting. My father, Tiamat, our mother, has conceived a hatred for us. She has established a host in her savage fury. All the gods have turned to her. Even those who you begot also take her side. They took the side of Tiamat, fiercely plotting, unresting by night and day, lusting for battle, raging, storming. They set up a host to bring about conflict. Mother Hubar, who forms everything, supplied irresistible weapons and gave birth to giant serpents. They had sharp teeth. They were merciless. With poison instead of blood, she filled their bodies. She clothed the fearful monsters with dread. She loaded them with an aura and made them godlike. She said, let their onlooker feebly perish. May they constantly leap forward and never retire. She created the Hydra, the dragon, the hairy hero, the great demon, the savage dog, and the scorpion man. Fierce demons, the fish man and the bull man, carriers of merciless weapons, fearless in the face of battle. Her commands were tremendous, not to be resisted. Altogether, she made 11 of that kind. Among the gods, her sons, whom she constituted her host, she exalted Kingu and magnified him among them. The leadership of the army, the direction of the host, the bearing of weapons, campaigning, the mobilization of conflict, the chief executive power of battle supreme command, she entrusted to him and set him on a throne. I have cast a spell for you and exalted you in the host of the gods. I have delivered to you the rule of all the gods. You are indeed exalted, my spouse. You are renowned. Let your commands prevail over all the Annunaki. She gave him the tablet of destinies and fastened it to his breast, saying, your order may not be changed. Let the utterance of your mouth be firm. After Kingu was elevated and had acquired the power of Annunship, he decreed the destinies for the gods, her sons. May the utterance of your mouth subdue the fire god. May your poison, by its accumulation, put down aggression. Anshar heard. The matter was profoundly disturbing. He cried, woe, and bit his lip. His heart was in fury. His mind could not be calmed. Over Ea, his son, his cry was faltering. My son, you, who provoked the war, take responsibility for whatever you alone have done. You set out and killed Apsu. And as for Tiamat, whom you made furious, where is her equal? The gatherer of counsel, the learned prince, the creator of wisdom, the god Nutamud, with soothing words and calming utterance, gently answered his father Anshar. My father, deep mind, who decrees destiny, who has the power to bring into being and destroy. Anshar, deep mind, who decrees destiny, who has the power to bring into being and to destroy. I want to say something to you. Come down for me for a moment and consider that I performed a helpful deed. Before I killed Apsu, who could have seen the present situation? Before I quickly made an end of him, what were the circumstances were I to destroy him? Anshar heard The words pleased him. His heart relaxed to speak to Ea. My son, your deeds are fitting for a god. You are capable of a fierce, unequaled blow. Ea, your deeds are fitting for a god. You are capable of a fierce, unequaled blow. Go before Tiamat and appease her attack. Diminish her fury with your incantation. He heard the speech of Anshar, his father. He took the road to her, proceeded on the route to her. He went. He perceived the tricks of Tiamat. He stopped, fell silent, and turned back. He entered the presence of August Anshar, penitently addressing him. My father, Tiamat's deeds are too much for me. I perceived her planning, and my incantation was not equal to it. Her strength is mighty. She is full of dread. She is altogether very strong. None can go against her. Her very loud cry did not diminish. I became afraid of her cry and turned back. My father, do not lose hope. Send a second person against her. Though a woman's strength is very great, it is not equal to a man's. Disband her cohorts. Break up her plans before she lays her hands on us. Anshar cried out in intense fury, addressing Anu, his son. Honored son, hero, warrior, whose strength is mighty, whose attack is irresistible, hasten and stand before Tiamat. Appease her rage that her heart may relax. If she does not hearken to your word, address to her words of petition that she may be appeased. He heard the speech of Anshar, his father. He took the road to her, proceeded on the route to her. Anu went. He perceived the tricks of Tiamat. He stopped, fell silent, and turned back. He entered the presence of Anshar, the father, who begat him, penitently addressing him. My father, Tiamat's deeds are too much for me. I perceived her planning, but my incantation was not equal to it. Her strength is mighty. She is full of dread. She is altogether very strong. No one can go against her. Her very loud noise does not diminish. I became afraid of her cry and turned back. My father, do not lose hope. Send another person against her. Though a woman's strength is very great, it is not equal to a man's. Disband her cohorts. Break up her plans before she lays her hands on us. Anshar lapsed into silence, staring at the ground. He nodded to Ea, shaking his head. The Ijiji and all the Annunaki had assembled. They sat in tight-lipped silence. No god would go face-to-face with Tiamat. No god would go out against Tiamat. Yet the Lord Anshar, the father of the great gods, was angry in his heart and did not summon anyone. A mighty son, the avenger of his father, he who hastens to war, the warrior Marduk. Ea summoned him to his private chamber to explain to him his plans. Marduk, give counsel. Listen to your father. You are my son, who gives me pleasure. Go reverently before Anshar. Speak, take your stand, appease him with your glance. Ea rejoiced at his father's word. He drew near and stood in the presence of Anshar. Anshar saw him. His heart filled with satisfaction, he kissed his lips and removed his spear. My father, do not hold your peace, but speak forth. I will go and fulfill your desires. Anshar, do not hold your peace, but speak forth. I will go and fulfill your desires. Which man has drawn up his battle array against you? And will Tiamat, who is a woman, attack you with her weapons? My father, begetter, rejoice and be glad. Soon you will tread on the neck of Tiamat. Anshar, begetter, rejoice and be glad. Soon you will tread on the neck of Tiamat. Go, my son, conversing with all knowledge, appease Tiamat with a pure spell. Drive the storm chariot without delay, and with a sound which cannot be repelled, turn her back. Ea rejoiced at my father's words. With glad heart he had addressed his father. Lord of the gods, destiny of the great gods, if I should become your avenger, if I should bind Tiamat and preserve you, Convene an assembly and proclaim for me an exalted destiny. Sit, all of you, in Upshu Kanaku with gladness, and let me with my utterance decree destinies instead of you. Whatever I instigate must not be changed, nor may my command be nullified or altered.